Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will be talking about exercise number 4.2, and this exercise is about types of different functions and how those functions can be implemented in our real life problem or corporate scenarios. If we look at page number 152 at our book, and there are different types of functions, and already we have explained in our first class a lot of functions and their implications, their graphical form, their approach to solve the different types of function. If you look at page number 152 of your book, first one is a constant function. First one is a constant function, and it has a general form. Constant function, suppose it has a general form y is equal to f of x is equal to any constant. F of x is equal to any constant. In book they are denoting the constant equal to a naught. We can write c, we can write k, we can write any numerical value. It can be of any number. The general form of constant function in the book is a naught. You can say it's c, it's k, or any real number. So it's the general form of constant function. Constant function. So it's the first function, constant function y is equal to f of x, that is equal to constant. If y is equal to f of x is equal to 7, is it constant? It can be any real number. It can be any real number. So next one is linear function. Next one is linear function. Linear function, as you know, in linear function, where the power of variable is
1.
Maximum 1. Where the power of variable is 1. Or we can name it first degree equation, a linear function. So linear function, as you know, the general form can be y is equal to f of x is equal to, suppose, a naught plus you already know that the slope intercept form y is equal to mx plus k. What is a naught? That is k, that is constant. And if we are writing, we are considering a, b, c and whatever. If we are considering a, here we can consider a1. That will perform the role of slope into x1. What is the power of variable? 1. Here the independent variable is x and it's having power 1. So we can name it as a linear function. And how we can solve the first degree equation, and we have made a lot of practice in our preceding classes. So linear function where the power of variable is 1 is called linear function, and it's the generalized form of linear function. And always the first degree equation has the graph, either it can be left right upward or left right downward. When left right upward, when slope is positive, then the curve will be left right upward. If slope is negative, then the curve will be left right downward. And we have made extensive practice of these types of functions. Next is quadratic function. You are well aware about quadratic function, where the power of variable is 2. Quadratic function. Third is quadratic function, where the power of variable is 2 is called quadratic function. It can have a general form y is equal to f of x is equal to, as we are talking about starting from a naught to a1. So here can we write a naught plus a1 x1 plus a2 x2 raised power 2. In this function, the value of variable is, the power of variable is maximum 2, then we can name it quadratic function. and we have made practice in our, I think, exercise number 1.2 and some other exercises. We have made a lot of practices. So how we can solve the quadratic function? We can solve the quadratic equation through quadratic formula, complete square and factorization method. Third is cubic function. Third one is cubic function, where the power of variable is maximum 3. Cubic function, where the power of variable is 3 is called cubic function, and it can have a general form. What can be general form in this? Y is equal to f of x, and you can go for detail in your book, which is mentioned from, I think, starting from page number 152 to 156, 157. You can explore about this function in detail. So general form is equal to f of x. Quadratic cubic function f of x is equal to, starting from a0 plus a1 x1 plus a2 x2 and square plus a3 x3 raised power 3. So that is called cubic function. When you are having some questions in your in this exercise, it's not necessarily we must be having a x1 x raised power 2. If the equation is having only one expression that is having power 3, we can name it as a cubic function. We can name it as a cubic function. After that, we have a polynomial function. We have a polynomial function where the power of variable is n, means more than 3.
More.
Polynomial function where the power of variable is n, then we can name it as a polynomial function, and we can write, it can be any value more than 3. We can name it polynomial function. It can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 20, whatever. We can name it starting from up to n. So it can be general form of this function can be y is equal to f of x plus f of x is equal to a naught. Then we can say, suppose the power is n. Suppose the power is n. an into x raised power n. Okay. Plus an minus 1 x raised power n minus 1. Okay. Plus an into 2 x raised power n minus 2 up to a into x. Okay, then you can say the minimum power is 1. After that, it can be equal to constant. That can be any form, polynomial form. Simple, we can simply say that when the power of variable is more than 3, we can name it polynomial function, and it can be denoted by n. Okay. Next is, after polynomial function, we have a rational function. We have a rational function. When two functions are divided by each other, then that is called rational. Let me. Here is it rational function? Yes. When two functions are divided by each other, that is called rational functions, and it can have a general form. Y is equal to f of x is equal to, for example, g of x divided by h of x when the same variable is having numerator and denominator form, that is called rational function. That is called rational function. So next one is about combinations of function. Next one is combination of function. The 6 is combination of functions. When two or more than two functions are adding or subtracting is called combination of function. When more than one functions are added or subtracted is called combination of function. For example, y is equal to f of x is equal to, suppose, g of x plus h of x. H of x. They can add, they can be subtracted. That is called combination of function. Clear? Yes. Then the seventh one is, I think, composite functions.
Yes.
Composite functions. Composite functions. When the function, the value of one function is depending on the value of other function. We can simply say when one function is determined based on the value of another function. Based on the value of another function, that is called composite function. And it can have a general form. Y is equal to f of, suppose, f of g, and g has further the function. G has further function. So g of x is equal to, for example, 2x plus 3. Okay, y is function of g, and g is further function of x. Okay, that is called when the value of one function is determined based on the value of other function is called composite function. Is called composite function. If we look at book, a composite function exists when one function can be viewed as a function of the value of another function. Function of the values of another function. So these are widely used function in our mathematics, and we have explained in detail about constant function, linear function, quadratic function, cubic function, and here these are something new for you students and we haven't explained before, and these are the general form. And now we are having some practical questions and we have to conceptualize our understanding related to these functions. I think at page number 160, exercise number 4.2, question number 1 to question number 24 is about your understanding about these functions, and we have to determine either we have to classify what kind of function the question is having. Question number 1 to question number 24, we have to determine what kind of function is that. So keep in mind the definitions, keep in mind that this concept, then we have to simply classify either it's constant, linear, cubic, quadratic, composite, or combined or rational or polynomial function. We have to simply identify what kind of function is there. Okay? So if you are clear in their definitions and their forms in your mind, then you can identify or classify the nature of function. So exercise number 4.2, question number 1 to question number 24, we have to just classify what functions, what type of function we are having. Look, forms of functions are there, their definitions are in your mind, then you can easily classify it or easily you can identify. Look at question number 1, 2 raised power x. 2 raised power x. There is a constant and having power a variable. Have we explained this type of function? No. We can simply say it's not possible. It's not possible. If there is any constant, then we can say that is a constant function. Look at question number 2. value? F of x is equal to minus 24. Minus 24. That is a constant. That is a constant. Then we can say what is the name of function? Constant function. We can simply say that is a constant function. Keep in mind these definitions and their forms that you have to identify. Look at question number 3. X minus 5 divided by 2. X minus 5 divided by 2. So is there any variable? F of x is equal to x minus 2 divided by, what is the question?
X minus 5 divided by 2.
X minus 5 divided by 2. Is there any variable in this equation? Yes. What's variable?
X.
X is a variable, and if x is a variable, obviously we are concerned about its power. We are concerned to power. What's power of the variable in this case?
1.
F of x is equal to x minus
5 by
whole divided by
2.
2. Is it?
Yes.
In this case, we are concerned about variable. So the variable having power 1 is called linear function. So it's linear function. Question number 3, that is a linear function. Got the point?
Yes.
There are many questions. If you look at question number 12. What is question number 12? 3 minus 4s. H of s is? Question number 12 is? H of s is equal to
3 minus 4s
3 minus 4x
plus s square
plus s square
4s
4s plus s square
minus s cube divided by 4.
minus s cube divided by 4. So that is the function. Keep in mind the definition. The variable is s. The variable is s, and the maximum power of s is 3. So
Cubic.
what's the nature of function? It's
Cubic
cubic function. It's cubic function. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, you can look at question number 12. What is question number 12? Sorry, 10. Question number 10.
F of x is equal to
F of x is equal to
x power 4
x power 4
minus 5x square
minus 5
x square
square
divided by x power 6 plus 5.
plus 5. So two expressions having same variable are going to divide. So what kind of function is that?
Rational.
That is a rational function. You have to be very vigilant in your in identifying the function. You must be having the understanding or definitions of function, then you can identify. Okay, if you look at question number 21, what is question number 21?
F of x is equal to log 10
F of x is equal to log
10 into x plus 5.
into x plus
5.
5. Log raised power, I think. Log, okay, it's fine. So, we haven't discussed this type of types of question. Then we can say what?
Not
possible. Clear?
Yes.
Question number 23, question number 24, they are same. Whatever you want, we can make a practice. Question number, for example, 23. What is question number 23?
F of x is equal to
F of x is equal to
x minus 9
x minus 9 raised power 0 whole power 3. So first we can solve it. Any expression having power 0 is equal to 1 raised power 3 is equal to 1. So what's this?
Constant.
So it's a constant
Function.
It's a constant function. Clear?
Yes.
You can simplify it, and you can make the decision. Any confusion? I think it's fine. You can make practice and you can solve the rest of questions as part of your assignment. Question number 25, 26, 27, 28 all are same, and question number 25, 26, question number 27. We have to just determine we have to take into account equation number 4.3, 4.7, then we have to determine different types of function. Then here you have to go through these equations, then you can make the practice. If we solve question number 29 or 28 or 29, whatever you want, we can solve. Look at question number 29. What is question number 29? Isra, you have to read. Isra or Isa? Isa, okay. Read it.
The value of a truck is estimated by the function v is equals to f t is equals to 20,000 minus 3,000 t,
Okay.
where v equals to the value stated in dollars and t equals to the age of the truck expressed in years.
Okay.
Part A. What class of function is this?
Okay, look at the case, it's a real life question. Here the value of truck is given, which is based on time. And what is the slope? Is it positive slope or negative slope?
Negative.
It's negative slope. The value of truck will be going to increase or decrease. The value of truck every year.
Decrease.
Depreciation, you know about the depreciation. The value of truck is going to decrease every year. And what is the coefficient of T? That is equal to 3,000. What does it mean? Every year the value of truck is going to decrease by 3,000. Because slope is negative and it's the salvage, then we have to determine the salvage value, whatever the case is. But we should be very careful while reading the question, what is given, what we have to determine, and you need to focus on what type of slope is that. So value of truck is function of
T
T, and it's equal to
20,000
20,000
minus 3,000 t.
3,000
T.
T. Part A.
What
It
class?
means, here we can make a little bit discussion. If time is 0, when time is 0 at the time of purchase, what's the value of truck?
20,000.
20,000. As you know, at y-intercept always x is equal to 0. And y-intercept is always equal to constant. What is constant here? 20,000. Part A, we have to identify what kind of function is that. What kind of function is that? So, in this case, what is variable? Independent variable, that is t. And how much power it's having? 1. The power of variable is 1. So we can name it, it's a linear function. It's a linear function. Clear?
Yes.
Then next,
What is the value after 3 years?
what is the value after 3 years? In this case, we have the value of t, which is equal to, t is equal to 3. So part B, t is equal to 3. Then we can find the value of truck. Every year, how much has it decreased?
3,000.
3,000.
In 3 years, what will be the total decrease?
9.
9,000. And what's remaining?
11.
11,000. Okay? We can simply put the value in this function. F of 3 is equal to, because we are replacing the value of t with 3. So 20,000 minus 3,000 into 3. So it equates 9,000. So the sum is 11,000. Aisha, can you make interpretation? After 3 years,
After 3 years,
the value of truck is
$11,000.
$11,000 if it's dollar. What's part C?
When will the value equal 0?
when the value of truck V is equal to 0, it means we are going to determine T-intercept or V-intercept. V is equal to 0. Obviously, we are going to determine
T-intercept.
at T-intercept V is equal to 0. At V-intercept V is equal to
0.
and always V-intercept or Y-intercept is equal to
Constant.
clear? So in this case, if V is equal to 0, then it means after how long? After how many years the value of truck is equal to 0? And how much is decrease every year?
3,000.
3,000. So we can determine the value of V is equal to 0, then 20,000, is it? Minus 3,000 into T, first degree equation.
Yes.
How to solve?
Variable on the
One side, constant,
other side.
other side. So it will be equal to 3,000 T is equal to 20,000. Okay? So T is equal to 20,000 divided by, what is our answer? T is equal to, quickly, 6 point, T is equal to, quickly,
6.67.
6.67 years. So how we can interpret?
After 6.67 years, the value of truck will be 0.
After 6.67 years, the value of truck is equal to 0. Got the point?
Yes.
Okay. That was about question number 29. Question number 20, 30, 31, 34 all are same. What question you want I have to discuss here? 36, 35, all questions are same. You can solve any one of the questions.
33.
33, okay, we can solve question number 33. The rest of the questions are same. That can be part of your assignment. What is question number 33? Okay, so you have to read. Unwear your mask. Then you have to read.
The profit function for a firm is P of Q is equal to minus 10Q square plus 36,000Q minus 45,000, where Q is
Okay, that is a profit function which depends on any quantity. If firm is producing a quantity, any product, then they are having the profit function, and we can determine how much profit is there and what kind of function can be there and so on. Question number 33. What function is given?
P of Q.
P of Q, profit is depending on P of Q is equal to what is function? P of Q is equal to
Minus 10Q square
minus 10 Q square
plus 36,000Q
plus 36,000
Q
Q
minus 45,000.
minus 45,000. So, first in part A, what is part A?
What class of function is this?
What class of function is this? What type of function is
Quadratic.
there?
Quadratic.
The independent variable is
Q.
Q, that is quantity. So, look at the maximum power of independent variable, which is
2.
2. So, we can say
Quadratic.
quadratic function. Quadratic function. What is part B?
What is profit expected to equal if 1500 units are sold?
Here we have to determine if the value of Q is equal to
1500.
1500. Either firm can produce generate a profit or loss. Then we have to determine if we are having negative answer, then it's loss.
Loss.
If we have positive value, then it's a
Profit.
profit. So P of 1500 is equal to minus 10 into 1500 square. You have to use your calculator. Plus 36 into 1500 minus 45,000. What's answer here? First you take the square of 15,000, then you have to multiply with 10.
मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद बताओ या पहले से इसकी है
No, first you have calculate the overall this expression.
minus
Minus
22
22
5 के आगे 50
Okay, 22.5 million plus 15,000 into 36. 1500 into 36.
54,000
54,000.
yes sir
Clear?
yes sir
Minus 45,000. So what sum? Tell me only one value.
minus 22
You did not tell us the. Here we have a wrong function. The value is 36,000,
Yes.
not 36. You are not involved in lecture, I think. Okay, anyways, here the value is 36,000 into 1500. Okay, then you have to calculate this value. What's value? 36,000 into 1500
54
minus 22.5 million into plus what's value?
54
54
6 zeros
6
60 बोलिए
54 million minus 45,000. Okay, then you can simplify, you can find the sum. What's value?
three one four double five
314
double five 000.
Okay. Okay. That is part B. Finally, we have done with part B, and we really interrupted by our student. What is part C? So in this case, we have only two parts. You can calculate the values here. We did some calculation problem, and you can make a practice by yourself. Anyways, question number 34, 35, 36 all are same questions. So, you want me to solve any of these questions? Okay, 35. We can. Isra, you have to read. And hold the book with you.
The demand for a function is QD is equal to P square minus 90P plus
Okay. Then.
2025, where QD equals to the number of units demanded and P equals to the price per unit stated in dollars. Number 8. What type of function is this?
ठीक है. What's the function?
QD
Quantity demand is equal to
P square
P square
minus 90P
minus 90P.
plus 2025.
Plus
20,025.
Is it? So, in part A, it's question number 35. Part A, we need to determine, we have to classify what kind of function is this. So, it's a
Quadratic
function.
because the independent variable is P. Quantity demand is depending on price, and price is function of quantity demand. So, the power of variable is maximum 2, that is quadratic function. What is part B?
How many units will be demanded at a price of $30?
Here we have value of price that is equal to $30. Then we can determine how much quantity can be demanded. If the price is, if P is equal to
30.
30, then we can put the value quantity demand is equal to 30 square minus 90 into 30 plus 20, 25 plus 20, 25. What is value here?
900.
900 here.
2700.
Minus 2700 plus 20, 25. So what sum?
225.
225. 225. That is the value. That is we can determine this value. And if the price is $30, then we can or someone can earn 225 units. Okay. So part C is
What price will result in zero demand for the product?
we need to determine QD is equal to
Zero.
0. We have to determine QD is equal to
Zero.
0. We can simplify its quadratic function. So if QD is equal to 0, P square minus 90P plus 20, 25. You can solve it through quadratic formula,
Yes,
or you can solve through the factorization method. If we use quadratic formula, I think that will be more reasonable. Here A is equal to
P 1
1, B is equal to
minus 9.
and C is equal to
20, 25.
20, 25. What is quadratic formula?
minus B
Minus
plus minus
B. Quadratic formula is minus B plus minus
under
B
root
square minus 4AC.
B square
minus 4AC.
4AC divided by
2A.
2A. We have to simplify.
Minus 1.
Minus 1 plus minus B square is
90 square.
90 square
Minus
minus
4
4 into
one.
A is 1, C is
20, 25.
okay, divided 2 into
One.
1. We can simplify. So minus 1 plus minus 90 square is
8100.
8100 minus
81.
80
100.
8100.
Yes, sir.
Okay, divided by 2
2A.
2A.
1.
Okay, so the values are same.
Yes.
Then minus 1 plus minus 0 square divided by 2 is minus 0.5. I think we are making something wrong here. There is some problem because price can't be equal to negative. Price can't be equal to negative.
सर B जो है वो minus 90 है ना, तो minus B minus 1 फिर साइड पे
Okay,
minus 1
where
सर B की वैल्यू गलत पुट किया
minus 1
-1.
लिखा है 90 आएगा.
okay minus 90 minus plus 90. Then
90
we
by
can
2.
simplify 90 by
2.
2 is equal to 45.
45.
So we can make we can conclude here if price is equal to 45, then the quantity demand will be equal to 0. If price is 45, then quantity demand will be equal to 0. That was about this question. Okay, question number 36 is same. Then question number 37 to question number 45. These questions are related to combination of functions or quadratic function, rational function or composite of function. If we look at question number 37, what is question number 37? Question number 37 is, just read it.
सर ये थोड़ा मिसप्रिंट हुआ है सही है.
Okay,
Given f of x is equal to x square. Given f of x equals to x square minus 3 and
38 is clear? Okay. Question number 37 is f of x is equal to x square minus 3 and second function is g of x. Question number 37, f of x is equal to
X square minus
x square minus 3 and g of
x.
x is
10 minus 2x.
10 minus 2x. 10 minus 2x, and we have to determine in part 1
f of x plus g of x.
f of x plus
G of x.
g of x. So we can, that is a combination of function. Okay, so we can simplify x square minus 3 plus 10 into 10 minus 2x plus 10 minus 2x. So x square minus 3 plus 10 minus 2x. We can simplify x square minus 2x plus 7. That is the simplest form of these two functions when we are going to combine them. What is part B?
F of x into g of x.
f of x into
G of x.
g of x, f of x into g of x. So what is f of x? X square minus 3 is going to multiply with 10 minus 2x. First we multiply the first component with this all expression, then second component will be also multiplied with this. So x square into 10 minus 2x minus 3 into 10 minus 2x. So here is 10x square minus
2x
2x cube
minus
30
plus
6x.
6x plus 6x. Okay, here we can classify, we can simplify. We'll be starting from highest power to lowest power are constant. So highest power is
cube
minus
minus
2
x cube
x cube
plus 10x
plus
square
10x square
Plus
plus
6x.
6x
Minus 30.
6x minus 30.
minus 30. That is the simplest form. After that, I think we have part C,
Yes, f
which
of
is
x divided by g of x.
divided f of x divided by g of x. In part 3 we have rational function
Yes.
f of x divided by g of x.
Yes,
Is it? So f of x is
x is
x square minus 3 divided by
10 minus
10
10 minus
2x.
x. We can leave
2x.
here. 10 minus 2x.
X.
So we can leave here. Okay? So that was about, I think in this question we talked about combination of function, rational function and product function. Okay, if we look at question number 43, 44, we can solve any of these two questions. That is about, I think, composite function. Question number 30, for example, if we solve question number 44, what is question number 44? Is it clear in your book?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Given y is equal to g of u,
Y is equal to g of
u
yes.
is equal to u minus 5,
U is
u minus 5
5
whole square,
whole square.
and u is equal to h of x,
U is also function of
h of x
x.
is equal to x square plus 1,
X square plus
1.
1.
A
X
part
square in part A,
g into h of x,
G into
h of x.
h of x. Okay, very simple. Y is function of
g of u,
g of u. Y is function of u. U is function of x.
x.
Simply we can place the value of u by x square plus 1. Simply. Okay. What we have to find? G of h of x. So, g of h of x, in this function, we simply place the value of u, which is
X
x
square
square plus 1 in this function. So, what is value of u?
u minus 5 whole square,
X, what is value of u?
x square plus 1,
Value of u is x square plus
1.
1, x square plus 1. minus 5 whole square. Minus 5 whole square. Keep in mind the definition of composite function. When the value of one function is determined based on the value of another function. Okay? We can simplify it here. X square minus 4 whole square. So how we can operate this value formula? X square is power 2, okay, plus 2 into, so minus 2 into x square into 4, is it?
Yes.
Plus 4 square, is it? So we can simplify it. G of h of x, I think, is equal to
X power 4.
x power 4
Minus 8x
minus
square
8x square
plus 16.
plus 6. I think that is the simplest one. What is part B?
G into h of 5.
G into
H of 5.
h of 5. So here we have the value of x, that is equal to 5. You can put in this equation. Okay? You can put here. So 5 raised power 4 minus 8 into 5 raised power 2 plus 16. 5 raised power 4?
625.
625, good. Minus 25 multiplied 8?
200.
200 plus 16. What is sum?
625.
620?
441. 41.
41 is the simplified value. Do we have part C?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What's part C?
G into h.
Okay,
H of minus 3.
minus 3. Here we have the value of x, that is equal to minus 3. Very simple question. Minus 3 raised power 4 minus 8 into minus 3 raised power 2 plus 16. Minus 3 raised power 4 is equal to
81.
81. Then minus 9 multiplied by 8, 72. Then plus 16. What is the simplified value?
25.
25 is the exact answer. Clear, students?
Yes.
That was about exercise number 4.2, and here we have explained types of function, and we made practice of these questions. And I hope we will be having a class about, we will be starting chapter number 5 in our next class, and I wish you a good weekend. Stay blessed.